I want to show you these statistics, okay? If you've been watching me for weeks, I do a bunch of statistics on the offensive line to show you, well, how does the protection come back? People just like to go and PFF pressures, and that's well and good, but it's a small snippet. It doesn't tell you the how, and the how is critical. So you're going to see my mug for a little bit. I'm going to put this graphic up before I get into the Tua film. So let's take a look at this information here. So we had 24 passes. We ran 6 play actions and 5 screens. That's 11 off the 24, which leaves 13 actual pass plays that we had semi-normal protection, and it wasn't designed for trickery or extra protection. Now, if you look at the play action, time to throw is 2.52. Now, when you run play action, there's lots of bodies there, and it does slow down the pass rush, 2.52. The screen was 1.54. I got that in the blue to show you that is context to speeding up the throws, the number you're going to see. And the overall 2.52 is during the play action, but those are normally slower. But for the most part, that is about around 4th to 5th fastest throws in the NFL. This was a little bit slower week this week. Now, if you go down, you see I got the red numbers here. I'll get that in a second, the red writing next to pass pressure. But if you look at kept clean, it was 18 of the 24 plays. 2.26. So 75% of the plays were at 2.26. Speed of throw generated 75% of the protection. Okay? So let's be clear on that. Now, under pressure, 3.47. I put blue around that because that slows, that raises the time to throw dramatically. I mean, you're talking 1 second, 1.2 second difference. That's a big, and that's 6 plays. And so that rises it up to that 2.7 level. That's a big piece of why it rose to the 2.7 level. Now you had the 1.54, which is a second less. So if you average it out, there's 1 play less on the screens, 1 more on the under pressures, but still that's 0.2 seconds differential to the high side to raising that time to throw. Now, not blitzed, 20 plays, 2.62. There were some play actions in there, obviously. When blitzed, 2.304. So there's only 4 blitzes on the day, and that pressure came in at 2.30. All plays, 2.56. Okay? So when you look at it, the majority was 2.26, but they only blitzed 4 times. And if you look at my little red lettering over there, it's 19 passes, 24 minus the 5 screens because you're supposed to let pressure in there, plus 5 extra blockers. We used 5 extra blockers throughout the regular plays, plus 6 play actions. That was 5.89 blockers versus their 4.3. Now, that was half a guy more, okay, 1.5 guys more, but it's a lowering of what we had previously. We're in the low 6 range, but Teron, Connor, and Hunt uplift the protection, and they do a huge benefit for Tua. But 75% with 2.26. Now, McDaniel is not getting, yes, McDaniel, he ran the football a lot. He understood we got to protect this quarterback. We got some guys banged up. We got some guys in there that, need some marination or whatever. And he called 11 plays to mitigate the pass rush, and he ran the football a ton, which means he's cognizant. Last year, he would have gone vertical, and had few guys out in extra blocking, wouldn't have ran the ball a lot, and the pressure would have been there. He's gotten smarter, and then Tua and Hill have got more on the page, and now he's coming together with Waddle to bring it all together. But as you're going to see in a film, Tua has done a ton for this protection to be able to move out and buy time and then also make those throws. The protection's not terrible. And when you got Teron, Connor, and Hunt in there, especially Connor and Hunt working together. There's some nice plays by them in the run game. But it's got to start 75% with Tua. Tua deserves tons of credit. And it's so funny that people want to get an uproar that Tua's not getting enough credit. But when you overvalue the protection, you're undervaluing what Tua, Hill, McDaniel, and Waddle are doing.